Hi, my name is George Weise. I am a senior advisor at Integration Point. I work with our executive team and our staff to ensure Integration Point is effectively addressing our clients' compliance challenges. Today I would like to address the administration's recent announcement that it plans to impose an additional 25% tariff on more than $50 billion worth of Chinese imports. On April 3rd, the Office of the United States Trade Representative, or USTR, published a proposed list of Chinese products to be targeted by the new tariffs. USTR has solicited public comments on the proposed list. The deadline for submitting comments is May 11th. A public hearing on the proposed product list will be held on May 15 in the main hearing room of the U.S. International Trade Commission. The public will have until May 22nd to submit post-hearing comments. Following a review of the comments by USTR and the Interagency Section 301 Committee, the additional tariffs can be expected to go into effect 60 days after the public comment process is complete and the final product list is published. This is obviously a very short period of time in which to provide your input into the process, but it is an opportunity for interested and affected parties to provide information about the impact of the proposed tariffs on your company, the U.S. economy, and U.S. jobs. Specific recommendations can also be made as to why particular products should be deleted or added to the list of goods to be subject to the new tariffs. The proposed new tariffs grew out of an investigation launched by USTR at the direction of the President on March 22nd of this year into allegations that China has violated U.S. intellectual property rights and forced technology transfers from U.S. companies. At the heart of the matter is the Chinese requirement that forces foreign companies to share their technology with China as a condition for allowing them to invest in China. The investigation was launched under Section 301 of the Trade Act of 1974, a rarely used provision which authorizes USTR to investigate any, quote, unfair trade practices, including any practice that is unreasonable or discriminatory and burdens U.S. commerce. Under the statute, an affirmative finding by USTR authorizes the President to unilaterally impose corrective measures, including increased tariffs or other trade penalties. In addition to the proposed new tariffs, the President directed USTR to confront China's technology licensing through a World Trade Organization or WTO dispute. He also directed the Treasury Department to work with other federal agencies to further restrict Chinese investment practices involving the acquisition of sensitive U.S. technologies. China has published a list of U.S. products to retaliate against if the United States goes through with its intention to increase tariffs on Chinese products. It is expected that bilateral discussions between the United States and China are likely to take place over the next several months while this process unfolds. It is hoped that the two countries can negotiate a resolution of the underlying United States intellectual property right complaints during this period to avoid the implementation of the additional tariffs. It is critical for all companies involved in global trade to stay tuned and stay engaged as this process unfolds. Integration Point will be closely monitoring developments and will be presenting a series of videos over the next several weeks on this topic to keep our clients fully informed. Next up will be a video by Karen Lobdell outlining in more detail the process for providing input to the government.